Hey guys, Alex at HOGWORKZ, and today we're going to talk about our 18 plus Fat Bob Outlaw outer fairing. It's going to come with the windscreen, hardware, and it'll be available in over 100 color matched options. So let's go ahead and get into the install. First thing you want to do is put some of this stuff together as far as attaching the brackets to the fairing and putting the windscreen on the fairing. It's a little easier to do that stuff with it off the bike. So what you want to do first thing is go ahead and install these rubber grommets on the fairing. On the outside we're going to put these screw inserts. These are going to go from the outside. Your mounting bracket's going to go on the inside, and once you put this together, these here have little flat spots on them, so these are going to go in the flat spots of the bracket, and then basically from the inside we're going to go ahead and attach our screw to hold it on there. And we'll do the same thing on the top. Make sure the flats are lined up. Alright, go ahead and tighten them down. Alright, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. Stick our screw insert through here, the bracket there, line up the flats. Okay, so once you have your brackets on, we're going to go ahead and install the windscreen now. So what you're going to need for that is a 3mm Allen and a 5/16 wrench. So you go ahead and line it up with the holes. Take your screw from the outside through, and on the inside you're going to grab a lock nut and a washer, and those will go on the inside here. So with a 3mm Allen and 5/16 wrench, go ahead and tighten these down. We're going to come over to the bike. We're going to temporarily remove the OEM light fairing so that we can put our fairing mounts on the forks. So this here to remove the OEM light fairing is T40 Torx. Once you got the two screws out, just kind of pull the bottom forward a little bit. A little wiggle, and then those are the two tabs on the top I was talking about. So after you have it removed, you're just going to set it aside for now. We are going to reinstall that after we get our fairing mounting brackets installed on the forks. With the 5mm Allen, we're going to loosen this screw up here so that these two halves come apart, and then we are going to put them on the forks right here. And you want about 30mm distance from here to the top of this one, and then the other one's going to go down here, and it's going to be about 60mm apart from here. And then when you do this, you want to make sure that this part of the bracket is faced towards the rear of the bike, so like that. This is the orientation that you want it. So the way that these come apart is you'll back this screw all the way out, and then this part here will actually slide apart like that. So then you'll put this on with the screw facing backward. You put this one on the inside here. You want to pull up just a little bit and get this top bracket in the groove. And once you have it in the groove, you go ahead and slide it down so it's back aligned. And then the back side here, you're going to want to reinstall your screw. And then you don't want to tighten it down all the way because you're going to want to take a measurement and you might need to slide these up or down. So we'll go ahead and turn our handlebars to give us a little more working room here on this side, and we're going to repeat the process. So remove your screw, keep the two halves apart. Again, make sure that this is facing the rear. The first distance you want to measure when you're setting the clamp is from the shock clamp itself to the top of the mounting bracket clamp, and that distance you want to be about 1 1/8. So about right there, 1 1/8. So then the next measurement you're going to take is from the bottom of this mounting clamp to the top of this mounting clamp, and it should be 2 1/4. So right about there. So the next thing you want to just make sure is that these are rotated the right way. You want these two to be parallel to each other. So you can kind of look at this face on the triple tree here, and then same thing with down here. And you want these surfaces all to align. So you want these two to align to these two. So once you got them where you want them like that, and take the same measurements on the other side here, we'll turn the handlebars to give us a little more working room. So we want 1 1/8. There, and then from here to here we want 2 1/4. Alright, so you want these to be flat to each other so that they're in the right orientation. So that looks pretty good there. And then you can come on the inside here. You want to just leave these so that you can still move them just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and reinstall the OEM light fairing. Just put these tabs under here, push up on it, down. Reinstall your screws. Go ahead and put the Outlaw fairing and windscreen on. Basically what we're going to do is set this on. The screws on the sides are going to go in here. You may have to twist the brackets a little bit. So once we get everything aligned up, then we'll go ahead and tighten it down after we kind of position this where we want it at. So you want to make sure that these screws are backed out quite a bit. That's going to give you the most room to be able to fit the bracket in between there. So you go ahead and just line up. So the next thing you want to do is tighten the bracket to the mounting bracket. This is going to be with a 10 mil, and we'll go ahead and tighten those down. And by tightening these down first before this bracket, what it does is it makes the mounting surface of this flush to the mounting surface of the bracket, and then that way, you know, these two surfaces are flush to each other, and then we'll go ahead and tighten down the actual mounting bracket clamp fork to the fork. So now that those are tight, come in here with our 5 mil Allen and tighten these down. And we'll go to the other side and repeat the process. And again, once those are tightened down, go ahead and tighten up our mounting clamp bracket. And that's going to complete the install.